Speaking of big announcements, though, NIO. I don't know if you saw with NIO. Did you read up on NIO the other day? Yeah, so NIO, they just announced that they officially delivered their 100,000th vehicle from their manufacturing plant. This is a production milestone, a pretty big one, 6 figures in terms of vehicles delivered, and it just took them a couple of years to do this. NIO said just the other day that its 100,000th vehicle was officially off the production line, and now this happened less than 3 years from getting their first vehicle off that line, so that's a pretty fast rate of growth. Most of their vehicles delivered have come just within the last couple of months. Last month alone, last quarter, first quarter 2021, they delivered close to a little over 20,000 vehicles. So just about a fifth of all the vehicles that have been produced at this factory have come in the last quarter. So they're really ramping production up. But it was pretty, their 100,000 vehicle was actually an ES8 model, I believe, and that was also the first vehicle that was off their production line. So it makes sense, it was ironic that it was the first and 100,000th vehicle off that production line. Currently, they have the ES8, ES6, and E6 models. They just just the other day, I did a video on this, they actually the other day got the ET7, which is a sedan. They got that model, a production model off the line, so now they're continuing to work on that. We're not going to see that delivered for a little while. But that's big news. 100,000 vehicles, 20,000 in the last quarter. That's a pretty big milestone in my opinion, and they're really ramping up production very, very quickly. Average price for all of their vehicles that they've sold so far has been right around $65,000. So that really positions them in the high end, the luxury market, pretty comfortably in the luxury market. And the chairman and CEO, William Li, their founder, he said in a media event the other day that the company commands 50% of the high-end EV market in China, which is defined as EVs priced over 350,000 yuan. Average price for NIO is, like I said, $65,000 or around 428,000 yuan. And William Li says that he thinks 1 million vehicles sold in terms of volume is going to happen very, very quickly. He thinks that should happen very, very quickly. Right now, they've had a little bit of issues just in terms of having to slow down production because of chip shortages around the world and global chip shortages. So their capacity in their factory is 10,000 vehicles a month. They said they're going to have to cut that back a little bit to 7,500, trim that down at least for this month, maybe next month, just because of the chip shortage going on. They had to shut down their factory actually for a couple of days back in March. So hopefully they don't have to do that again, but they're going to trim down their production. So it's going to be closer to that 7,500 vehicles per month, and that's because of the chip shortage, which really unfortunately, there's nothing they can do about that. But either way, that is big news with total number of vehicles they've had delivered so far. 100,000 is a big milestone.